As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team. But he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who've made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. His throw incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. That is taken in by the tight end Finn. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Check the backer, check the backer. Easy,
To throw is Kaepernick.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Kaepernick.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And McManus able to put it through. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. Now Wentz.
He dumps this off to Mack.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Kaepernick. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler, 45 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a play fake. Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. And
he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon taking it in from 14 yards out.
And the Broncos continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
McManus's point after is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Wentz going to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez.
Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler.
This is taken at the 23. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on an expected passing situation.
On third and long, it's Kaepernick. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it first and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
7 yards, the pick up there. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mack.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
Kaepernick now to throw.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for the Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, 87 yards. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On play action, Wentz. Left side, Doyle with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Bradley Chubb. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack on 1st down, Wentz, he finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. John Ross, 56 yards. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 75 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Wentz now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 12.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And a quick throw here that's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chase Edmonds taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, Kaepernick. This will be caught. Jeudy. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. This pass caught by Hamler. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are. And got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Now Wentz. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Throwing again on second down. Wentz. This goes out right to Doyle. Wentz to Doyle there. First down, Colts.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Kaepernick. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now Gordon on first down. Nifty move by Gordon, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. He's at the 30, 10, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So the Colts now bringing the offense back onto the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Kaepernick. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Forced out to his left. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Kaepernick going to throw. On the slant, it's Fant. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Colts are right back in this football game. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play? Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. 2nd and 8. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. The kick by McManus is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And tackle made there by Caden Stearns. Second down and 5. They'll go again here with Mack. Room here to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On first down, Wentz.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 2nd and 10, Wentz eluding the pressure right. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. On play action, it's Wentz. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
That catch good for only a couple.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Again, it's Wentz. Flush to his right.
He'll swing that out to Edmonds.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here.